7-Eleven introduced a new subscription delivery service that costs $5.95 per month. According to 7-Eleven's press release describing the service is now called 7NOW Gold Pass, which, not gonna lie, is kind of a mouthful.
Yeah.
Subscribers have access to over 3,000 items, including hot food, drinks, household items, and grocery, all via delivery. Customers can expect orders in about 30 minutes and will be able to track their delivery in real time through the company app 7NOW. No word yet, though, Ann, on how or with whom 7-Eleven is making these deliveries happen. So if anyone has light on that they would like to share with us, please let us know, because I am dying to know the answer to that question.
Too. Yeah.
But Ann, you're the kind of instant delivery queen. Do you approve of this move from the throne atop which you sit?
Oh, hell yeah. I mean,
I
feel like this is something that 7-Eleven has to do with all the heat building and instant delivery. I mean, you're 7-Eleven, you have 16,000 stores throughout the US and, and the world. And I think thinking about how they compete, first of all, with other instant delivery providers. Your point about who's facilitating this, they've worked with DoorDash, they've worked with Postmates, they work with Instacart. So I'm really curious, especially knowing 7-Eleven's DNA of like, we're going to build our own Scan and Go application. We're going to build Checkout Free internally and roll it out. Like, have they actually developed delivery logistics in their own ecosystem? And then I think more importantly, what I find interesting about this is how are they going to roll this out to franchisees with multiple locations? And if they are doing that, what does the future hold for like GoPuff and Bike? Like, could GoPuff and Bike start a franchisee model where, you own 10 BP gas stations in a town? Is GoPuff going to start like teaming up with you and then, using a franchisee model to help, their urban and suburban expansion? There's so much on this that I want to sink my teeth into. But what about
you think? No, I think 100%. That's super cool. I mean, the part that I find most interesting about this is, like you said, it's like, how are they doing it? And I kind of hope that they're doing it with Instacart and DoorDash and maybe even a few others, like as the white label provider. Because like we talked about, we had another podcast with Delivery Solutions, which we talked a lot about on the show, delivery orchestration. It'd be cool if they, like, at some point, if they're using some technology like that, where it's just like, hey, instant delivery. Yeah, you guys can provide it, battle out for whoever wants the order, and we'll see. Because the point too is none of us know how big instant delivery is going to be yet.
Right.
And I said this on the podcast with the Delivery Solutions guys yesterday too. Like, there's always that feeling like, oh, it's a new trend, everyone's going to go to it. But the one thing I know from 25 years in retail, it never happens all or nothing, right? Everything is always a balance of the portfolio. And I will keep saying that till the cows come home. And so this is cool because it gets 7-Eleven the chance to understand how big is this, right? Because the other point of this too, relative to GoPuff, Bikes, and everybody else, they're going vertical with this, and they're setting up their warehousing and their potential stores to accommodate this. Whereas 7-Eleven, given their infrastructure, probably has to do it through third-party picking in some way, or set up a whole new warehouse infrastructure. So that seems like the short-term answer for them to like handle it that way through delivery orchestration and that type of thing. And so, like, it makes me wonder, as if the big guys, 7-Eleven, the Circle K's of the world, can just get on board with this, does it ever even become that big of a thing where those guys become a threat, the new players become a threat? Or does it just become like a small portion of what people want, the instant delivery thing? I don't know, but what do you think on that? Because you're probably more into the instant delivery trend than I am, which is why I said you're the queen of instant delivery.
Oh my God. Well, I think that more people are going to adopt it than people still realize. I agree with you. It's not going to be all or none, but I think that it is something that if you're as big a player as 7-Eleven is, you have to be figuring out what the model is going to be that you're going to have to roll out. And the Delivery Solutions point is right on, because you have so many franchisees in so many parts of the country that I wonder if, a white label, Instacart or something like that is going to be able to do it. I feel like somebody like a delivery orchestration provider like Delivery Solutions is going to have to be able to make you nimble and able to, find the best delivery company using the parameters that are required for each location around the country. It's not like one and done where you're just in one particular region. So
and the last point I would add too is, like, Amazon, like we just said in the last story, Amazon's sitting out there too to take up a part of this pie potentially. I mean, they're not going to give it up. So yeah, if 7-Eleven and these guys get on this, I think it's a smart move because you could keep the new players out of this, I think,
Right.
fairly quickly as you're trying to understand the true percentage of consumer demand that's going to do this.